Long for Birdie in the corner. Birdie spins. Birdie to Caruana. Puck loose in the slot. Now Siddall walking in. Shot, big rebound, a whack at it. Caruana, another whack, still loose in front. And the net gets knocked off its mooring as the period expires. Birdie getting into it. Now fans just starting to throw teddy bears, saying that puck went in. And this may just start the avalanche of teddy bears here onto the ice at the arena at Gwinett Center as the period has expired here at the arena at Gwinett Center. And the Gladiators PA announcer Chris Pease telling folks to hold the teddy bears, but everybody thinking that puck went in the net there at that little melee at the end of the period.
I don't think it did, and I'm pretty sure the referee signaled no goal, so it doesn't really matter if the fans think it went in and will throw the teddy bears on the ice or not. This one's not going to end up counting for Gwinnett.
So the Gladiators here in tonight's contest, a 2-0 deficit here to the Checkers after the opening period as the Bears come flying onto the ice after this first period of play for the Gladiators' annual Teddy Bear Toss night as the Gladiators here in this contest, a 2-0 deficit.
And Gwinnett needing to come back strong now in the second period. Didn't really show up until the last 5 minutes of the first, did Gwinnett. And they're going to certainly need to bring a better effort than that during period number 2.
During the, we get these teddy bears picked up here at the arena at Gwinett Center. Not really the first goal of the contest, but fans here thinking that puck went into the ice. The Gladiators able to get a puck close to in the net, but not really in the net as they start to pick up these teddy bears here at the arena at Gwinett Center. Get a chance to speak with Gladiators Director of Community Relations, Jim Hall, in just a moment. But Bob, it's good to sort of see this kind of community effort here at the arena at Gwinett Center.
Yeah, the teddy bears still flying out onto the ice right here at the arena at Gwinett Center. Good to see the turnout here and the support for that as well.
As the Gladiators in checkers at the end of this first period, the Bears come flying here at the Gwinett Center. Jim Hall, Jim. Gladiators here in their 7th season, and the 7th season that the Gladiators have been doing the teddy bear toss. How important is the teddy bear toss to this organization and sort of how it's evolved over the years?
Well, it's one of those showcase events that we're proud to be able to do every year, and the fans, you can tell the anticipation builds as we get closer. I've worked with some groups this week, and they're telling me in their phone calls and their emails coming back that they're looking around for teddy bears and stuffed animals to donate. So you can tell they're fired up about it, and obviously it's a great moment now as we see the ice littered and the fans screaming and just having a great time with it. So it's a big deal for us.
And we've seen this now for 7 years, the teddy bear toss, and talk about, we talked a little bit about how it's grown. It seems like every year, the amount of bears collected just grows and grows and grows. How great is that to see that, people continue to respond to this promotion?
Well, it's an amazing thing to watch. I mean, first of all, what we're going through down on the ice right now, to see this generosity, but to know that it's tough out there in the world for a lot of people right now, and things aren't as easy and available for a lot of folks. The generosity just continues to pour out of our fans and our supporters, and it's something they really take ownership or partnership in, and they think this is a big deal, and they know they're doing a good thing with it, and they know that little teddy bear that's been sitting off in the corner of the room for a while that may not be helping them out anymore is ultimately going to help out a frightened child or an abused child or a sick child or a lonely child, and that's the great thing about it. So, I mean, that part of it, I think, makes it very, very special to them, and it makes it very easy for them to have ownership and partnership in it.
Gladiators teddy bear toss here for the 2009-2010 season, joined here by Gladiators Community Relations Director Jim Hall. And Jim, you get the task of trying to parcel all these bears out. How do you find out about organizations that need help with teddy bears and things like that?
Well, there's the obvious ones. There's some hospitals around town. Children's Healthcare of Atlanta at Eggleston and Scottish Rite have always been very welcome recipients of these. They've been very grateful for these over the years. There are certain organizations that actually come to, they're here at the game tonight as a group because teddy bear toss means something to them in an emotional way or a sentimental way. So I get in touch with them after the game, and they're going to help us out. I've got contacts here in the community. There's some schools and some daycare centers and some places for some underprivileged children and foster children and hurt and crying children, that they have the way of getting these into their hands that we don't. And I'm very grateful for their contribution to this, because they come up and they load their vehicles and off they go, and they know they'll be able to do a very, very nice thing with them when they get to their destination.
Besides Teddy Bear Toss, obviously a big event here for the Community Relations Department. Talk a little bit more about how folks can get involved with the Gladiators Community Relations Department as they continue to clean up the bears here at the arena at Gwinentt Center for the 7th annual Teddy Bear Toss.
Well, our season is, being 6 months long, we've got great opportunities to do a lot of things. If you look back to the beginning of the year, and in the fall we do the food drive in November, and in the first week of December we brought them over to Discover Mills to the Channel 11 Alive Canathon, and again, in a tough economy where people are struggling, this was the biggest load of donated food in our 7 seasons that we had ever seen. And the back of Jim's truck was loaded up, and we threw Maximus on top of the pile, and we rolled right into the delivery line, and they were very, very grateful. A lot of that goes to the Salvation Army. We were able to help a couple of local food co-ops here in Gwinnett as well. We do the Coats for Kids around Christmas time to get some jackets out to some folks who might not have one as we go into these cold months of the year. Again, the Teddy Bear Toss. There's other things they can do. They can get their organization, their nonprofit, or their group, their support group, and they can hook up with any one of us here at the office and put together a ticket sales fundraising program and make money and create money for groups and organizations who are looking for some extra funds to do some of their programs. And that's the thing that we like the most is the programs that we support are that. They're programs. They're not people's salaries, and they're not buildings. They're programs for children. They're sporting goods, their equipment, their books, their support things. The teddy bears is a big part of that. So, get with your ticket salesperson or call our office at any time and let us know what you're looking for and see what we can do to help you out.
You're touching on my one of my last questions here as they start to finish up the cleanup here at the arena at Gwinentt Center for the 7th annual Teddy Bear Toss. Jim, how can they get more information and get in contact with the Gladiators and get some of these programs rolling?
Well, it's very simple. Just call me here directly at the office, 770-497-5109, or my email address, jhall, H-A-L-L, at GwinnettGladiators.com. If I am not the person you need to speak to, we will find that person for you. But it's just an open two-way conversation and communication between you all and us. And Dustin, it's really remarkable. We're still seeing stuff out there, and these fans, they're the best. We've said all along they're the most generous and the kindest people in this league, and I firmly believe that. And every time we do one of our special events, Gwinnett Gladiators fans really show just how terrific they are and how supportive they are of not only our team but our community as well.
Jim, thanks for joining us here as the Gladiators, as we said, continue to clean up the bears here at the arena at Gwinentt Center for the
Bears being cleaned up here at the arena at Gwinentt Center, and I'd like to thank Jim Hall for joining us here during the cleanup here of the annual Teddy Bear Toss, as the Gladiators and the Charlotte Checkers here at the arena at Gwinentt Center. Unfortunately, another no goal last year, and a similar situation off the post. This one, a skirmish in front. Somebody got a little trigger happy down there, hoping that puck went in the net, and once one comes, it sort of starts a cascading effect.
Yeah, exactly, and there's a mad scramble in front of the net there toward the end of the period. Unfortunately, Gwinnett not able to knock it home, but the fans thought it went in, and they were ready to throw the teddy bears. They said, hey, if you can't score in the first period, well, we're going to throw them anyway, and that's what happened here, and certainly a good thing for kids around the area as well.
So the Teddy Bears tossed onto the ice here at the end of that period. In that little skirmish, the Gladiators end up with a power play to start the second period, so maybe they can, now that all the Bears are thrown, not really have to worry about the Bears being thrown and trying to get that first goal. After, as the Gladiators end up with a power play, Bruyette at delay of game, pushing that net off its moorings.
Yeah, Gwinnett needs to come out with a lot more fire, though, to start out the second period. They didn't really look like they were into that game until they got that first Applebee's power play. Caruana had a really good opportunity early on in that period, but Tyler Doig with a great diving poke check turned it away, and then Charlotte comes right back down and scores. So you're looking, you know, if Doig doesn't make a great defensive play there for the Checkers, Caruana maybe buries it, and we might be seeing Gwinnett with a 2-0 lead right now instead of Charlotte up 2-0. But still plenty of hockey left to be played here for Gwinnett, 2 full periods, and as you mentioned, they'll start out on the power play as well.
Bruyette goes to the box for the delay of game, and the Gladiators will start on the Applebee's power play when the second period gets underway. We still got the first intermission to get through as they've gotten most of the Bears off the ice. Still a little bit of a pile down to our left here at the Gwinentt Center, and get the first period intermission underway in just a couple of minutes. And Bob, not a very good first period for the Gladiators.
No, it wasn't at all. I mean, we talk about that one play from Caruana that Doig made a great play on, but after that, Charlotte was already really kind of outplaying Gwinnett for the start of the period, and then after that, just laid it on Gwinnett. Gladiators just scrambling around in their own zone, couldn't get control of the puck, couldn't manage really much of anything at all, and you know, I would imagine that Charlotte, in terms of puck possession, probably 80% more possession during the first 10 minutes of that first period than the Gladiators had. So really an ugly first for Gwinnett. They started to turn it on toward the end of that period with the help of a couple of power plays. They start on the power play as well in the second. Hopefully they'll be able to carry some of that momentum over and get a goal.
I wonder how tight that made the Gladiators, trying to worry about who got that first goal to get the Bears and not worry about getting shut out. Now it really doesn't matter, because the Bears are all thrown and everybody's gotten rid of them.
Yeah, the fans may have done the Gladiators a huge favor overall. I mean, we've talked about how this is a pretty young team with Gwinnett this year. A lot of rookies on the team, and sometimes you do get something like that where this is the first time that some of those guys have played in a teddy bear toss type of game and get a little bit uptight about it. So maybe they'll settle down now in the second period and be able to come back and get a win.
Gladiators trailing the Charlotte Checkers by the score of 2-0 here after one period of play here at the arena at Gwinentt Center. And as always, some people get them decapitated in the netting on either end of the ice, and so they'll have to wait to get those down. There's an event here tomorrow, so they've actually, sometimes when we've had Saturday and then Sunday for teddy bear toss, you still got Bears hanging on the Sunday game because they don't get up there and get them because the nets aren't coming down. So they've got an event in here tomorrow. They'll take the nets down and then back for Monday's game. So Gladiators right now 2-0 trailing the Charlotte Checkers after one. Take a break as we continue here during the first intermission report right here on the Gladiators Hockey Network.